3, 2, 1.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Saturday Supplemental with Mr. J. Thomas and J. Thomas Radio. Radio on the right. A short but enlightening stroll through the past weeks. Headlines and a tiny peek at future headlines you didn't know you needed. And now, without further ado, the man himself, Mr. J. Thomas. Take it away, Mr. T.
Thank you, Mr. Attenborough. This is our beautiful weekend stroll through the news. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what did I say that the mad commie would do in with Trump? I told you he would call him almost immediately, which he did. He would want a meeting, which he did. He met with them in the White House, which I didn't think Trump would do. And he acted appropriately, and I knew he would do that because they always do that. They always say, I'm here to stretch out my hand as a communist. And they do that going back to, well, the Soviet Union. So let's a little bit from Mad Commie. Here he is.
I am really looking forward to delivering for New Yorkers in partnership with the president on the affordability agenda.
Right there. That's it. That's what I said he was going to do, and he did it. Trump got him to come to the Oval Office, and he acted better. I thought there was going to be like a Zelensky, a Zelensky meeting, and it wasn't. They were very nice. They hit it off, which is a plus for Trump. It is, believe me. I'll get to that later in the week, but it is a plus for Trump. So that's good. And I did call it. I called it from the very beginning. So that's one for me. Okay, what else? All right, coming up this week, in Tulsa, from the Tulsa World, and our old friend Kevin Canfield, he writes about the city. They present these details on a shelter, a special shelter, a shelter. It's called a low barrier homeless shelter, and it's northwest of downtown. Well, I will get into what that is later on for Monday's Oklahoma frolic through the news. But just this is something that for that area, and I know people that live up there. For that area, you really got to keep an eye on this. And I just, a low barrier doesn't mean short walls either. So we'll get into that further. Oh, this is great. This is coming up. This was just the other day. TSA may charge passengers $18 who do not have IDs at checkpoints. Remember they told you to go get the real ID? Well, TSA is going to charge you $18 to fondle you. Imagine what they'll do for 20. Wow. Look, they're going to fondle you, and they're going to charge you $18 for it. Doesn't that sound familiar? A lot of people got arrested for that, but that's their plan. We'll get into that later on too. This is sort of ridiculous. We'll see what. Oh man! And then lastly, I wanted to touch on this thing. This is from the AP. Stephen Groves. The countdown begins. And underneath this is now signed. Bill gives DOJ 30 days to release records from probes. And those probes are Jeffrey Epstein's probes. The Jeffrey Epstein files. Oh, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, she quit. She's out of there now. January 5th, she quits. I'll get into that too, but this is the fallout from this. I wanted to touch on this because this is what they've been saying. Okay, so this is a quote from the story. It says, for the bill's proponents, a public reckoning is precisely the point. Some of the survivors of the trafficking sought ways to name people they accuse of being complicit or involved, but feared they'd face lawsuits. The victims would face lawsuits from the men they accuse. All right, I'm gonna put this out there. They signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, for money that they sued these people for. They were paid off, and if they release the names, they lose the money. So that's why they want the government to release the names. So, and again, a lot of these people are going to pay these people off just to get rid of them. So I don't trust. This is the part I don't trust about it. But if these people did this, and more power to the government for releasing their names. But still, it's not that they're feared they're going to face lawsuits, because a complete block to any lawsuit is the truth. If it's the truth, they don't have to fear anything. What they fear is they fear losing the money from their NDA if they name the names. So they can't name names. That's what they're afraid of. So they'll face the lawsuits from the men they accuse. No. They'll lose their money for the NDA. Yes. So that's the reason. But and again, what a cluster. None of this had to happen like this. She didn't have to speak up like this. It's Thomas Massey. He didn't have to be a clown. This stuff would have come out. But here we are. We're here again. We're gonna be. This is gonna just draw this out. And that's why I'm sort of pissed off. Anyway, that is it for our Saturday. Saturday supplemental. It's gonna be put up on Sunday though, because we're always a day behind here. So anyway, have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking it out with the nice music.